welcome back to another video. I am so excited for today's video, which is going to be a first impressions on a new brand at Sephora. So recently Sephora added the brand Pretty Vulgar to their website. Now Pretty Vulgar is a vegan and cruelty-free brand. They have quite a selection of products on Sephora's website. So I went ahead and grabbed enough to do a full face first impression for you guys on the brand, and I'm so excited to bring this to you. I will say that the products are pretty expensive. I was like breaking my bank buying these, and it kind of hurt my soul a little bit, but you honestly have to watch this video. The products completely blew me out of the water. I'm spoiling it a little bit by saying that, but this video is worth watching every single product I got because each and every one blew my mind. If you're not subscribed to me, please hit subscribe and thumbs up the video. It helps me out and I appreciate it so much, and I would love to have you as a part of my little family on YouTube. So drop me a comment after you're done watching the video and let's get into the first impression. Alright guys, so I have got all of the products here in front of me. I'm just going to touch on the packaging really quick before we get started because this is like an entire brand first impression. So like I said, it's Pretty Vulgar. All of the packaging is pretty similar. It's got like gold trim around it and some gold details, and the main packaging is kind of like this dusty pink. And they definitely go for kind of this vintage vibe with like the bird cage, and just kind of like the text and the detailing looks pretty vintagey. So yeah, all of the products have pretty similar packaging. So I'm going to be starting today's first impression and tutorial with the eyes. So this is the Early Bird eyeshadow palette, and this is what it looks like out of the packaging. It's absolutely stunning. As you can see, it really does have that kind of vintagey packaging. It's actually really nice cardboard packaging. It's very heavy, and when you open it up, you guys, it's got this nice mirror on it. And just look at how well it's presented. So it's in the shape of a bird cage. It's got such beautiful detailing on it, and the colors in this palette just spoke to me. I think they have two eyeshadow palettes, and I knew I had to get this one. It's beautiful. It's got like these muted purple tones. It's got a super rich dark brick tone, which I really want to try. It's got really nice caramel dark brown shades and some really nice neutrals. This palette has everything that you need, so I'm really liking the way that it looks so far. Like, just look at how stunning that is. This is beautiful. I'm gonna leave all of the products and prices linked down below for you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take the shade Rise. It's this peachy shade right here. It kind of matches my shirt like to a T. And I'm going to be taking the Kylie brush that came in the peach palette, just like a long fluffy synthetic brush, and I'm going to use this as a crease shade. This is kind of the closest crease shade this palette has. It could be a little bit darker, but it'll work. So I do notice just a little bit of fallout when I dip my brush in, but nothing crazy. So I'm going to tap off the excess. Oh my gosh. Wow, so it's extremely pigmented, you guys. I don't know if you could see this, but it literally covered up the veins on my eyes. Wow. So because this color was so pigmented, I just went ahead and put it on my entire lid. It is so unbelievably soft and like creamy and pigmented. I'm so impressed. I'm taking the shade Nest Egg, which is a beautiful, like the most beautiful true chocolate brown I've ever seen, on a pretty dense brush, and I'm going to start working that into the outer corner. Okay, if you guys can see, it's so beautiful and it's not too dramatic. So it's not putting too much color on the eye to the point where you screw up. I'm going to keep this on the outer half of the eye and kind of touch on top of the crease. And kind of touch that lash line. Okay, so I want to say these shadows are ridiculously easy to blend. So if you're the kind of person that has trouble blending your shadows, these are great. I'm using a relatively dark shade and I had to do hardly any blending and it looks seamless already. This is absolutely stunning. Wow, these are high-end shadows. So this is a new brand, so it's hard to classify them as like high-end, luxury. The price classifies them as high-end, but these are performing like luxury shadows all the way. Just bringing each side up into the crease just a little bit more. Honestly, the shadow's so easy to blend. Like, it's insane. It's not too dark, and there's no fallout when you're applying on the eye. None. It's very mess-free, and it's very simple, so it's like you can't screw your shadow up. I love it. I'm going to go in with a pencil brush, and I'm going to take the shade Unveil, which is that really nice kind of, it's like a rich, dark maroon color, and I'm going to start kind of putting that into the lash line and up into the crease a little bit. Okay, so this one's definitely a little bit more dangerous. It's much more pigmented, but it blends out like a pro, you guys. I'm not even having to try. Taking it down onto the lash line a little bit, almost like a fake liner. Are you guys ready for such a bold statement that's about to come out of my mouth? Just from using those 3 shadows, I can tell you these are the best shadows I've ever used in my entire life. I'm not even kidding. This is better than Anastasia eyeshadow palettes, which are my favorite Modern Renaissance and Makeup by Mario palette. These are better. They're so unbelievably easy to blend. They've got just the right amount of pigment. There is no fallout on the eye. Unbelievable. I'm being so serious, you guys. And honestly, I'm not even joking. I was going to return this after I filmed the review for you guys because I can't afford it, and I'm probably going to have to keep it because it's that good. I'm going back in with that original shade Rise and the original brush, and I'm just going to kind of blend out the inner crease. Now I'm working the shade Wink, which is that center top color. It's almost like a peach with a little bit of shimmer, and I'm just kind of tapping that onto the lighter areas where we had that original transition shade, just to brighten it up. I'm too curious about the shade not to use it. I'm going to take the shade Chirp and put that on top of the lid as well. This kind of looks like the shade from the Carly Bible palette I was so obsessed with. It almost looks like a duochrome kind of peachy gold. So I'm going to take that and pop that on top. Okay, I can definitely tell you I'm not really impressed with these 2 shades here. They're a little bit chalky and not very pigmented at all. They don't really do anything for me, so it's kind of weird to have such amazing shadows and such crappy shadows in the same palette. I'm gonna try now to take the shade Tweet, which is almost like a super pale pink, and I'm gonna maybe use my finger and put that on my lid. They're so soft to the touch and they're so pigmented. Maybe you need to use the lighter shades with your finger or a more dense brush. Okay, now that's coming off very pigmented. Now I'm going to go ahead and just swatch True Colors, which is a beautiful kind of shimmery purple. That looks gorgeous. Let me swatch it on my hand for you. That's a really beautiful shade. I'm not going to be using it today because it doesn't really go with my look, but let me know if you would like me to do one in the future. There's also Unruffled, which is a matte purple, and then Ruffled, which is a lighter shimmery purple. Let's see. That is those 3 shades here. They look really nice. I actually really like how this palette gives you the variety. So on this side, we've got kind of the warmer tones, and on this side, we've got kind of the cooler tones. It really gives you a lot of different colors to create a lot of different springy looks, which I do like. Okay, so I'm not sure if there's a liner in the collection, but I didn't grab one. So I'm going to go ahead and do a cat winged liner with my Rimmel Glam Eyes liner, and then we'll continue testing the products. Okay, so the product I'm going to try out next is their foundation. It's called the Bird's Nest Blurring Beauty Mousse. In the shade, mine is in the shade 24, Graciously Grounded. It says,
multitask with our amazing Bird's Nest Blurring Beauty Mousse that works as an all-in-one moisturizer, primer, and lightweight foundation.
It says it's incredibly blendable, light coverage, decreases visibility of fine lines and wrinkles. This pore-minimizing, anti-aging mousse makes it easy to put your best face forward. So I was really interested in trying this out because it sounds like a lightweight foundation that really perfects your skin. So we're going to see. Ooh, so this is what the bottle looks like. It's really interesting. It's kind of like a... Oh, that's going to be way too dark. But it's kind of like a dusty purple color. It's really cute packaging. It has got, how many ounces in it? It's 1 fluid ounce, which is a pretty decent amount. Oh, it pops off, and then it is a little pump. I'm so scared to see how dark this is going to be. Oh, yeah. Okay, I literally got way too dark of a shade. But it feels really nice, and when you blend it out, it looks like halfway decent coverage. It's very smooth. I really like the way that swatched. I know that this is going to be way too dark for me, but I just want to kind of patch it on so that I can at least tell you guys what the formula is like. Okay, it feels so soft on the skin, so unbelievably soft, and when you blend it out, as you can see, it's actually kind of blending out to not nothing, but to leave kind of like a tint on your face. Wow, this is so soft. So it's definitely not full coverage at all. As you can see, you can still see my beauty marks and my imperfections through there. But I definitely think this would work as a great primer if you get your shade. And then when you put a foundation on top of it, it'll have an extra coverage because this already gives you a little bit. And it feels so soft and smooth on the skin. And honestly, it does really look like it's filling in my pores. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this in with a lighter foundation and just see what happens. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. Wow, it feels so good. And if you're going to mix it in with your foundation, it's not a huge deal if it doesn't match because it just gives kind of like a light tint of color. I guess I would call this product like a BB or a CC cream on steroids, like a really, really good blurring, like it's a primer. But if you don't want to wear foundation that day, you could obviously just wear this on its own and it would give you a little hint of coverage. Not necessarily sure why they call it a mousse. This is very creamy to me, not necessarily a mousse. This mixed very, very well with my Wet n Wild foundation. Not a problem at all. Okay, so I can definitely tell a huge difference from the original color of my Wet n Wild foundation. So the primer foundation mousse definitely does give you color and coverage. It's not just like a primer. So I actually really like the way that this feels on my face. It's giving it a little bit more dew than it would normally have, and definitely is making my face look more flawless than it would without it. I really, really like the way that my face looks. It looks airbrushed. So I highly recommend mixing this with your foundation or applying it as a primer. Okay, so next I have their concealer. This is the Pretty Vulgar Undercover Concealer Corrector, 4 milliliters, and mine is in the shade 62. Okay, so the packaging of this is really, really nice. It kind of reminds me of like the high-end ones that you see in Sephora, like Tarte. So it's got a rose gold packaging, a clear tube. This looks like it will be the perfect shade, thank God. Really nice, sleek packaging. I really love this packaging. It looks nice. So let's see. It's got a doe foot applicator, a nice long one. As you guys can see, it's got a really like kind of long doe foot. This looks like the perfect shade. Oh, wow. All right. It looks super full coverage, so I'm just going to put a little bit on for right now because I don't want to make the mistake of using way too much. Oh, okay. Okay, I think I can apply more. I'm going to apply more. This definitely is a great shade for highlighting, but I think I could have gone a little bit lighter, but it's okay. Okay. It's blending out really, really nicely, but it's not losing its coverage, which I like. This looks really nice, but it is a little bit matte. I prefer super dewy, kind of creamy under eye concealers. It's definitely very creamy, but it leaves you with like a super like demi-matte finish. So if you have oily under eyes or you really like a matte face, you'll love this. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and take it and I'm going to highlight the center of my face with it. It's a pretty thick concealer, but it is still very creamy, which I like. Okay, I'm really loving the way that this concealer and foundation looks on my skin. I can definitely see a difference in my face. I wear that Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation all the time, and I see a huge difference mixing in the Pretty Vulgar foundation primer in with it. My face looks much more smooth. It looks a hint of bronze because I got a dark shade. And this concealer is amazing. It's demi-matte, but it's still creamy, very pigmented, very full coverage, easy to blend out without losing its coverage. A+. Do any of you guys have this? Is this a double chin? Is that what that is? Because what the frick? I do want to say I noticed a huge difference the way my highlight and contour went on top of this foundation and concealer. It looks better. I don't know what it is. It's got to be that blurring effect in the foundation. But I love it. I'm going to go ahead and apply my highlight and mascara, and then we're going to come back to try the last product, which is a lip product. Okay, you guys, so the last product I have to try out is called a matte lip moisturizer. I was really interested in this product because I don't really know what it is. It says the next generation lip oil silent treatment matte lip moisturizer is equal parts lip care and makeup prep, delivering intense hydration to refresh the lips and protect them against environmental damage. Apply to clean, dry lips nightly before bedtime and before your makeup routine each morning for a perfectly moisturized pout. So I think it's like a lip treatment or like a lip primer, but it's matte, which is really interesting. Oh my goodness, the packaging is beautiful. I think it's really interesting with this brand how all of their packaging is like different. Like for example, the concealer is just a clear tube with a rose gold top, and this one is a clear tube with gold and then a white top with flowers. It's very unique. So yeah, this is what the product looks like. This looks really nice and expensive. It's like a matte, almost china looking cap. So it's got another kind of interesting doe foot applicator. It's almost like, I don't know, kind of flat. I'm going to go ahead and put this on my lips. My lips have foundation on them. Hold on. Alright, let's see. Oh. Oh my gosh. I actually remember reading something about this on the website saying that you could wear it out on your own, because it is mattifying, so it gives your lips kind of an interesting look. And I can totally see, you guys probably can't tell because my foundation was on my lips and I tried to wipe it off, so it looks kind of like messed up. Oh, it's so soft. Oh wow, you guys. And this comes with a lot of product. Do you see that? You're never going to use this up. And this is a lip treatment and a lip prep, so this is really, really nice. This is so soft on my lips, and it gives my lips a matte glaze for sure. It almost kind of smooths out the wrinkles in my lips. Like, oh my gosh, if I was wearing like a, let's say just mascara and like a BB cream, I would definitely throw this on over my lips to give it kind of more of a polished, smooth look. It definitely does something. This is not one of those products that doesn't do anything. I can see a difference. I'm going to go ahead and apply my lipsticks, and then I will come back and I will give you guys the final verdict on the Pretty Vulgar collection. Oh my god, I just have to tell you guys that my lipstick is going on so much better over this primer. Oh, you guys. If you want to figure out how to give your lips that plump look, that primer is honestly it. It fills in the lines in your lips and makes them more plump. And can we just talk about the fact that this brand is like vegan and cruelty free, I'm pretty sure as well. You guys, look at the glow. This is Ultra Blissful. Code Kelsey 30 for 30% off. I'm telling you guys right now, this lip primer is the complete secret to getting those plump, pouty lips. Oh my god, it just makes my lips look 10 times better. I can't even explain it. It makes them look fuller and smoother. Alright, you guys, holy crap. Pretty Vulgar, sold at Sephora, brand new, just dropped, cruelty-free, vegan. You just saw some of the products I tried out. I will leave the link to their page linked down below on Sephora, as well as a link to the products that I got and all of the prices. I'm going to give, from what I've tried, I'm going to give this brand a 9.5 out of 10. The only thing I don't like is how some of the lighter shadows in the palette were more inconsistent, but most of the shades that I tried in that palette blew me out of the water. They were just, you guys, my lips feel so good right now. Anyways, the shadows blew me out of the water. The lip primer is just something that just shocks my mind. The foundation absolutely perfected my skin. The concealer wasn't really anything special. It was nice, it was thick, creamy, easy to blend out, full coverage, but it's not like the most amazing thing in the world, but you really, really need to try the lip product, you need to try the foundation, and you have to try the shadows, you guys. Oh my goodness. I really hope this tutorial and kind of first impressions of this brand was helpful for you. I definitely recommend that you try this brand. Honestly, these products are kind of blowing my mind, and it's making me want to go and purchase more. So please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up for me. Leave me a comment down below, and I'll be chatting with you guys in the comments. Peace out. Bye.